Hello students. So in previous video we have discussed some information about the chapter of gravitation, and I given the explanation for Newton's law of gravitation or universal law of constant. That is, the definition for universal law of constant. You know that the force between two bodies is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of distance between them. Right. Then we have discussed some relation expression for force. The equation is F is equal to G into m1 into m2 divided by r square. It is the expression for gravitational force. It is the expression for gravitational force. Right. Then now we are going to discuss, there is one of the new concept, acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Right. Acceleration it attains gravity of the earth. When the object is thrown up, it comes down because of, that is, it attains gravitational pull of earth. Andre gravitational earth in the force attract agi, force attain agi, it attract the object towards the earth. Right. So it is called as acceleration due to gravity. Right. So consider here I drawn one diagram. It is a simple explanation related to acceleration due to gravity. So it is one of the rock. The stones are falling from the rock, freely falling. When the object is freely falling, you know that it has some velocity. You have discussed, you know the information about velocity, acceleration in the lower classes, right? When the object is placed to one point, so if I place a force on that object, it moves. That means motion, right? So here also, if object is with some motion, means it attains velocity. It has some velocity, means it is with respect to time is called as acceleration. So here the stones is freely falling down to the, that means freely falling towards the earth surface. It attains, the force is accelerated by the stones. Right? The force is, the stone is attains the acceleration due to gravity by the earth surface. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಬೀಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀ. ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಅದು ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಉಂಟು, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ದ ಅರ್ತ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಟೈನ್ಸ್, ದ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಗ್ರಾವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸಮ್, right, it has some velocity with acceleration, that is known as acceleration due to gravity. Object ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದರಿಂದಾಗಿ, ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದಾಗಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ it change the position from one point to another point with velocity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ some velocity acts on the body. If the velocity acts on the body, so it is with some acceleration. So that acceleration is called as, when because of body is falling towards the earth, so it is called as acceleration due to gravity. Or if the object is moving in any surface of the earth, means that is because of some other force. ಈಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅದರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದಾಗಿ ದಟ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಸ್ from the earth surface, force exerted by the earth surface, so that acceleration is called as acceleration due to gravity. Now we are going to discuss the concept of acceleration due to gravity of the earth. I will draw the earth. So it is an earth surface. The object or body is placed on the surface of the earth. The center of the earth is, it is the center of the earth, see, and radius from center to surface of the earth is r. The mass of the object or body is m, and mass of the earth surface is capital. According to the expression of gravitation force, you know, you have the expression for gravitation force, F is equal to G into m1 into m2 divided by r square. Right? So again, find the equation related to the given expression. ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ equation is F is equal to G is constant, then m1 means here m1 is m or any earth surface, mass of the earth. So that is, you can take m1 means mass of the earth and m2 means mass of the given body, r means radius, distance from center to position of the body, so you can take r square. Right. So here F means gravitational force, G is gravitational constant, M means mass of the earth, small letter m means mass of the given body, and r means radius of the earth. Right. So this is the expression for force. Then again we know that the force is exerted by earth's surface with acceleration. Then equation for F is equal to, using Newton's laws of motion, that equation is F is equal to m into a. The object is moved in any direction, so that is F is equal to m into a. But here the acceleration representing in the chapter of gravitation, that is a is equal to small letter g. Acceleration due to gravity. It is called as acceleration due to gravity. This is a representation for acceleration due to gravity. So we can represent here F is equal to m into g. It is the equation number 1 from the universal law of constant. It is equation number 2. Then compare equation 1 and 2. Yes. See here again, it is the equation number 1 from the expression of gravitation constant, that is F is equal to G into m divided by r square. M andre gottide, r andre gottide. Then using the equation here, acceleration ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Acceleration is attains to the given body. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು object freely ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it attains some acceleration. So from the earth's surface, so that equation F is equal to m, mass of the body ಇದರದ್ದು, acceleration ಇದರದ್ದು. But here we are representing acceleration is g, why? Because of acceleration due to gravity. Gravity in the acceleration ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ, so that is g. F is equal to m into g. Next compare F, that is equal to m into g is equal to g m into m divided by r square. The common in the both side of the equation, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ m and small letter m are constant. Right. So then cancel m and m. Then equation g is equal to g m divided by r square. ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, hence the proof ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, find the expression for acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Acceleration due to gravity ಏನು g. Acceleration due to gravity of the earth is g is equal to gm divided by r square. It is the expression for acceleration due to gravity. G means gravitational constant. Yes, we have discussed in the previous video. M means mass of the earth, r means radius of the earth. Clear? So it is the expression for acceleration due to gravity of the earth. Okay. Yes. Next we will discuss the concept of acceleration due to gravity above the surface of the earth. Acceleration due to gravity above the surface of the earth. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅರ್ತ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ acceleration due to equation ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ. So it is the heading of the next concept, acceleration due to gravity below the surface of the earth. Okay.
Earth's gravitational force. Will the velocity of a stone thrown vertically upward remain constant, or will it change with time? How will it change? Why doesn't the stone move up all the time? Why does it fall down after reaching a certain height? What does its maximum height depend on? The earth attracts every object near it towards itself because of the gravitational force. The center of mass of the earth is situated at its center, so the gravitational force on any object due to the earth is always directed towards the center of the earth. Because of this force, an object falls vertically downwards on the earth. Similarly, when we throw a stone vertically upwards, this force tries to pull it down and reduces its velocity. Due to this constant downwards pull, the velocity becomes zero after a while. The pull continues to be exerted and the stone starts moving vertically downwards towards the center of the earth under its influence. Use your brain power. According to Newton's law of gravitation, every object attracts every other object. Thus, if the earth attracts an apple towards itself, the apple also attracts the earth towards itself with the same force. Why then does the apple fall towards the earth, but the earth does not move towards the apple? Answer: the gravitational force due to the earth also acts on the moon, because of which it revolves around the earth. Similar situation exists for artificial satellites orbiting the earth. The moon and the artificial satellites orbit the earth. The earth attracts them towards itself, but unlike the falling apples, they do not fall on the earth. Why? This is because of the velocity of the moon and the satellites along their orbits. If this velocity was not there, they would have fallen on the earth.
We know that all objects fall towards the earth because of gravity. Suppose a ball is falling freely from certain height with constant acceleration due to attraction of earth. That acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. If there is no air resistance on the bodies falling freely, which are having different masses, one is heavy weight and other is light weight, from same height h, they reach the ground at the same time t. Because all the bodies have same acceleration irrespective of their masses, weight. This introduces the significance of gravity.